Okay, in this example, or in this video, I'm going to go over some other terms that you should be familiar with, some other concepts. And one of them is the idea of a unit. So when we're talking about fractions, a unit is just one whole something, right? Whether you're talking about a whole pizza but it's a whole, right? So when we talk about unit, the number one, it can be written as a fractional part in many different ways. So fraction here, 3 out of 3, 7 out of 7, 2 out of 2, because we can divide the whole into equal parts, however many equal parts we want. If we want to divide it into 8 equal parts or 11 equal parts, as long as we're considering all of the equal parts out of the equal parts, right? So this is, hey, we have 7 equal parts and we're considering all 7 of them. That means we have the whole unit, okay? So this is any fraction that represents a unit, okay? When the numerator is equal to the denominator, okay? Or when you divide by the same number, you get 1, okay? That's what we mean by unit. A proper fraction is where the numerator is less than the denominator. That is what we call a proper fraction. An improper fraction is where the numerator is larger than the denominator. Okay? Now again, just a little bit of review. I mentioned this earlier, but this is what we call a fractional bar. So this too, it can be written as a slash or this crossbar here. And so that's what we call a fractional bar. And again, the numerator is always on top and the denominator is always on the bottom. And there is a strong relationship, a direct relationship between writing a fraction and the operation of division. Okay, so again, you can look at the slash mark or the fractional bar as division sign, right? So with the numerator divided by the denominator. Now, excuse me. Another thing to remember is this idea of a mixed number. Okay, so improper fractions can be written as a mixed number. Okay, so you want to look at proper fractions. For example, 3/8 is a proper fraction, right? So it tells us it's less than 1 unit, right? So this is less than 1 unit, so it's a proper fraction. It represents 3/8. Whereas an improper fraction represents more than 1 unit. So for example, I could say 11/8, okay? Because now I have more than 1 unit, right? Because the 11 on top is more than 8, right? So that means I have more than just 1 unit. Now if it's an improper fraction, I can separate this into a whole number plus a fractional part. Right? So I can represent 11/8 by saying, okay, well this is the same as 8/8 plus 3/8, right? And so 8/8 is 1. And so we could put this together and get rid of the plus sign and write it as 3 with 3/8 next to it. And so the way we read this is 1 and 3/8. The and kind of tells us we're adding here. So this 1 plus 3/8 is the same as when we say 1 and 3/8. That's the same as 11/8. And by the way, this is a mixed number. Why is it a mixed number? Because it consists of a whole number and a fractional part. So any improper fraction can be rewritten as a mixed number. Okay, and typically we do. Okay. And that's it. See you next time.